Hey friends! Today we're going to talk about fashion. What's in your wardrobe?
This is your moment. You own this gym. You're dressed for performance. Speed. Agility. Flexibility. Dress with purpose.
So as you can see, dressing without purpose does not work very well. Dress in the wardrobe God picked out for you. Compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Be even-tempered, content with second place. Quick to forgive an offense. Forgive as quickly and completely as the Master forgave you. And regardless of what else you put on, wear love. It's your basic all-purpose garment. Never be without it. These verses talk about clothing yourselves with different things. Compassion, kindness, humility, patience, gentleness, forgiveness, and love. It talks about taking off the things that weigh you down and putting on the things that help you be the best you can be. So the first thing we should put on from God's wardrobe is compassion. I have my compassion glasses here. I don't know, did I put on too much mascara today? No. Compassion can be defined as this: to have a deep sorrow and sympathy for someone who's hurting, to have a strong desire from your heart to help that person, to come to them and interact with them and care about them and identify with their hurting, and then to also gather people who have the resources and abilities to help them. Something that really strikes me about compassion is that you have to actually see the people around you, really notice them and be present in order for it to happen. So let's talk about a few ways that compassion can be shown. The first way is God has compassion on us. Jesus was so compassionate. When he found out that his friend John the Baptist had died, he needed some time alone, and so he went on a boat to a remote place. But the crowds of people that were following him heard where he was going, and they followed him on foot. When he got there, he saw them and he had compassion on them. And he came to them and he healed their sick and he fed 5,000 people. If Jesus wasn't compassionate, he wouldn't have noticed them. He would have walked right past them and not bothered to stop and heal their sick. Jesus still notices the people around him. He sees each one of us and loves us so deeply. We have a loving and caring God who notices each one of us and comes to us individually. The second way we can have compassion is to have compassion on others. We need to put ourselves into other people's shoes. We should take that example of how Jesus noticed and loved others and let our hearts be open to compassion. When we let our hearts be so filled with that compassion, we can adjust our way of thinking and acting. We need to take that example of Jesus and use it in our daily lives. We need to look around and actually notice the people that are around us and what they're going through. Unplug from our phones, our TVs, our computers, and just be present. People are people, not furniture. We've all got good days and bad days. We've each got a life. We all have feelings. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days, but we need to have that grace and forgiveness that God had for us, for other people when they make mistakes. We're only human. We can have compassion on others in different ways. We can have compassion through big gestures, like getting together with someone who's really hurting, really going through something and being there for them. Or it can be something as small as a kind word or a smile. When you have compassion on someone, they feel noticed. They feel like their pain has been acknowledged. If we all operated with love and compassion, this world would be a very different place. With these closed hands, we see a whole bunch of stuff falling on it. Nothing bad can get in there, that's true. Nothing can hurt or disrupt this hand, but nothing good can get in there either. With these open hands, there are a lot of things falling on it and actually staying there. True, this one is open to some hurt or inconvenience, but more importantly, it's open to so many blessings and good things. So if our hearts are like these hands, what kind of heart would you like, open or closed? So, what is the result of being compassionate? If we open ourselves up to others, and we operate in love and compassion, and we help someone if they're feeling blue, then we grow in ways that we never knew we could. When we operate with compassion, we not only affect that person and make their day or life better, we grow our hearts and we change the way that we think and act as well. So the last way we can have compassion is to have compassion on ourselves. This one is very easy to forget, at least in my experience, but it's so important. I think we've all learned to be really hard on ourselves when we do something wrong or we fail at something, but these feelings can very easily lead to self-confidence issues or depression. If we have compassion on ourselves, it's so much easier to open up and have compassion on other people. Jesus taught us to love others as we love ourselves, but how can we love others if we don't love ourselves? At the end of the day, you need to know that God chose you. God loves you for exactly who you are. He doesn't change his mind and he doesn't make mistakes. Instead of dwelling on feelings of feeling not good enough or feelings of failure, we need to know that truth, that God loves us so much and nothing can change that love. No matter what we do, he loves us. So why is compassion important? God has compassion on us daily. He is always there if we feel like we're going to fall or feel like we can't walk on our own. Compassion is a result of being present and noticing those around you. When we operate with love and compassion, it changes everyone and everything. Compassion is contagious. If you lead with compassion, others will surely follow suit. God has compassion on us, so we need to have compassion on ourselves. We need to remember to forgive ourselves when we make mistakes. We are only human. So, I know that you are wondering where you can get your very own pair of compassion glasses. If you're feeling like you don't have compassion in your heart, I just encourage you to pray to God. Ask him to give you compassion for other people. Ask him to work in your heart. Now, you may not get the glasses, but you're going to get something way more important. You're going to have God in your heart and compassion that flows freely. So dress with purpose, people. Choose to put on that clothing of compassion and let me know down in the comments if it made a difference. That's all for now, friends. Until next time, be good to yourself and be good to others. Hey, friends. I forgot what I was saying. You just heard about my glasses of compassion. Join me next time to hear about the rest of my wardrobe.